Hello and welcome to Explain the Charts. Today is May 13th, 2025, and we're going to break down the S&P 500 SPY, looking at both the latest news and the chart data to give you the most comprehensive analysis. Recent headlines point to a significant market rally following news of a temporary U.S.-China tariff cut. Dow soared over 1,100 points on the news, and the S&P 500 jumped over 3%. We also see Coinbase is joining the S&P 500 on May 19th, which is a landmark for the industry. Let's move on to the charts and see what they're telling us. Looking at the daily chart, we can see a pretty volatile few months, ending with a large green candle indicating a positive day so far. We've seen prices ranging from around 470 at the start of the year, all the way to 580, down to 500, and now today we're seeing almost 583. A wild ride. We see resistance around 530, but the SPY is pushed up through it. Zooming in, we can see support around 500 and 520. Let's check the hourly chart to get a closer look at the recent price action. On the hourly chart, we see a clear upward trend forming, especially after that dip in early April. The U.S.-China trade deal news definitely seems to have boosted the market, correlating with that jump in price we see on the chart. However, it's important to remember that this rally might be temporary. The news also indicates concerns about future inflation due to potential tariff impacts. We can see some candles forming at 582, indicating a potential resistance level in the near term. The 15-minute chart gives us an even finer look at the intraday movements. Notice the choppiness on the 15-minute, indicating it might be good to zoom out to the 1-hour or one-day charts for longer-term trades. We'll now zoom in on the 15-minute chart to give some insight. We can see the intraday movements and how the candles are having a hard time holding above 580. Now, let's dive into predictions. Here's the recap of things to keep in mind. Keep an eye on the $520 and $500 support levels, as well as the resistance around $582. If the tariff concerns escalate, we might see a pullback toward those support levels. On the other hand, if the U.S.-China trade deal progresses smoothly, we could see SPY testing and potentially breaking through that resistance. I predict, with 60% likelihood, that prices will test 600 again in the next few months. Good luck, and remember to do your own research.